Alright guys, so I know this was a long video, but if you stick around to the end, you'll get to see this horse get a pie to the face. Alright guys, as you can see today, we have a little bit of a different setup because today we decided to bring in some adult supervision. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for the one, the only John Melton from Nashville Early Bronco.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the July Bronco Breakdown.
Alright John, so you are familiar with how the Bronco Breakdown works. We always like to start it off with the juicy 2020 Bronco rumors and news. I'm pretty sure that you guys have heard the official engine for the 2020 Bronco that's being agreed upon across most platforms is a 2.3 liter EcoBoost. Now that is the engine that's in the Ranger, it's in the Explorer, and it's in the Mustang. Now this engine makes 260 horsepower, 310 foot-pounds of torque in the Ranger. It does a little bit better on the Focus, but what do you think about a 4-cylinder in the Bronco?
I mean, okay, yes, the purists, it's like, no, like we need the V8, we need this, we need that. I get it. I just would like to call your attention to the fact that my 1975 Ford Bronco rolled off the factory line with 125 horsepower.
Exactly.
You know, like, I mean, like they came from the factory as like the good old mom and pop mobile that you can drive off road as well.
And even back then, I'm sure it was top of the line. 120 horsepower. We're balling out here, you know. So
I mean, it can still smoke some tires, and I think I've got mine up to about 148 horsepower. So I'm doing pretty good.
I don't even know where mine is. I'm not even gonna guess. I'd rather just not know. In another video by TFL now, there's a rumor that the Bronco could get Raptor treatment and possibly an F-150 Coyote V8.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what this is. It's all rumors, okay? What do you have to say about that though?
I mean, like this is the dream come true. Ever since the Raptor came out in 2015, whatever it was, like I have dreamed that Ford would release a Bronco Raptor. What would we call it? The Braptor? I don't know, but it's gonna be awesome.
Somebody would call it that for sure. License
we wouldn't call
it
the Braptor. I think a Bronco Raptor is gonna be incredible if it happens, but we'll see what that actually means.
Yeah. Now, in the past Bronco breakdowns, you guys know that I've shot down any suggestions that there's gonna be a V8, but I've been thinking about it quite a bit, and the way I'm seeing it now is like, say for instance in the Mustang, there's a $10,000 difference between the V8 and the EcoBoost version. My guess is that a huge amount of people would be willing to fork over an extra $10,000 for that V8, and that Ford would be foolish to not have that option. Now you can also point out that this is the first Bronco back. They're gonna work out the kinks and eventually get to different powertrains. I definitely believe that, but I'm still holding on to the grounds that they're not going to release it with the V8 option. So.
No, absolutely. And you know, I would say, Mitch, if you look at Jeep, that's a fantastic model to follow. And so what did Jeep just do? Well, they came out with the hideous Gladiator. I heard a rumor, I don't know if you can say if this is true or not, I heard a rumor that in like 2024, Ford wants to release a Bronco truck.
And yes,
and I'm like,
I saw that. I obviously can't
isn't
confirm
that
it.
Called the Ranger? Like, isn't that like, haven't we already said like the Bronco's built on the Ranger platform? Like, so then why are you gonna shoot yourself in the foot and release a Bronco truck? But it's because of that. Like, people are gonna buy it. Like, right. I think Ford's gonna release as many options with this as possible. And I think you're right. The base price will be $25,000, but it's gonna go up to $125,000. And then Max Slider is going to make one for $250.
And so, again, the thing with all of this, John, is I think you might have heard the rumor that Ford is trying to do with the Bronco nameplate what they did with Lincoln. You know, so you've got all these different Lincoln vehicles. Could that be the same thing with the Bronco? Do you see different crossovers, different this, different that? You know, kind of staying in the off-road family, but just different versions. Like even with the Jeep, you got a Jeep Wrangler, Jeep Sport, Jeep Gladiator now.
Yeah, it could totally be that. And like even with the talk of the baby Bronco that everyone's been talking about, can we agree on something? I've heard the name Bronco Scout thrown around.
Okay.
Like if Ford names the baby Bronco the Bronco Scout, can we all just drop kick Ford in the face? It's like, that's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. I feel like that would be like Ferrari being like, hey, we've got a new Ferrari coming out. It's called the Lamborghini. Chew on that.
I guess one last thing with the whole Bronco universe deal is there was a video released with the baby Bronco, different spy pictures, so you can check that out. All that's in the description below. And as of right now, that wraps up the 2020 Bronco rumors and news. So mostly rumors, but hey,
a lot of rumors. The news will be coming.
I think those were all rumors. Okay, so moving on from the 2020 Bronco news, as you guys may have seen, I posted the recap to the Week to Wheeling Motor Trend 4-wheeler Bronco build that we did. I've talked a lot about that in the last Bronco breakdown. You guys should be kind of familiar with it. That video is just to kind of show you what goes into a Motor Trend 4-wheeler production. Again, it was super cool to be there, see how they do it, see how they build the TV show. Super professional. And
I would like to note there that that show would have been called Month to Wheeling if it wasn't for Jim and Mitch. There's a lot that you really have to dial in, that you have to get right, and I saw you guys in the background working hard, and I was like, see, those are the Bronco guys. Those are the guys who are like making this build possible. So good job to you and to Jim.
And I'll just say, not to steal like any of the shine from those guys. Like I said it in last Bronco breakdown, these dudes were pristine fabricators, welders. You know, they just got the job done. But you know, 8 guys in the kitchen. It was hectic at times, but
that's crazy.
It was all of us that got it done, and I was just happy to be there. I guess after that, if you're not a Bronco purist who cringes at all of the crazy Bronco mods that are being done nowadays, go ahead and check out Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s 600 horsepower Bronco buggy in action. Did you happen to see that one, John?
Dude, that video is insane. It's just amazing watching this thing just carve up the dirt. Like, I would love to drive this.
Yes.
Vaughn, if you're watching this, which I'm sure you are, Mitch and I will totally take your Bronco for a drive and do a very kind video with it, and we will keep it under the speed limit.
I will definitely keep it under the speed limit. John might not, but
I won't.
I would be so down to sit passenger in a race like that. I mean, the main reason that his Bronco buggy was built was for King of the Hammers. It's been around for a couple years. You've probably seen it. Obviously, it was a toy.
I mean, that right there. Look at that. It's like, it's a beautiful jump. I enjoy a good video, and that video is great. Definitely check it out. Link is in the description below.
Me and John are gonna jump our Bronco's next Bronco breakdown, so make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
I will. I'll do it.
May if it's running.
All right. How about we make a bet? Who can jump their Bronco the highest in 2020? What were you? 2020. Okay, so that gives us some time, but we have to have a video. We have to have a video of just height. All right.
I don't even know if I got the right seats for that. that would hurt so much.
One seat belt. Like, we'll do it. We'll do it. Highest jump in 2020, and it'll be a fat reward. We'll just put it that way.
Fat reward. All right. We'll go with that. Now this one was a little video, kinda could have gone under the radar, but it was just such a gem that I did not want to let you guys go throughout life without this video being seen. we're gonna throw it back to the roots of the Ford Bronco. John, I sent it to you. The Ford Bronco, pulling the tree. You know, yard work. You know, this is what the Bronco was made for. Who hasn't dreamed about pulling a Bronco? Anything like that. What's the craziest thing you guys have hauled with your Bronco?
Ooh,
you know, just,
I like it.
Just comment that down below. It's great to see the Bronco getting some real manly love.
We're talking about the manly Bronco, and almost all Broncos are manly. But you sent me this video that was incredible of this guy doing going through the arena cross in his Bronco. Oh my gosh, you guys have got to check this video out. It's like what I feel like the 90s were all about.
And you were not a kid during the 90s, or maybe you were a kid.
I was a kid. I was in middle school.
I was not born in the 90s. I was born in 99. I did try looking him up. It was Joe Brozovic. I think it's the guy you're talking about. I don't know if he's dead or not, just because that's normally what tribute videos.
If he is, can we have a moment of silence for Joe? Thank you.
That's the moment? Okay.
If someone knows who Joe is, please comment and let us know. I know a lot of you guys used to, go to those kind of events, but also, I know that's where you started falling in love with the Bronco, was in some of those kind of, scenarios, and it's cool to see an old video like that with him. So one of the cool things that I caught wind of was this whole Omaze, Travis Kelce, Gateway Bronco thing. Mitch, I don't know if you know more details about it, but this looks pretty amazing. You can win a Gateway Bronco. That's pretty incredible that Gateway would be doing this.
Yeah, we actually got a chance to talk to Seth Burgett. We went on a little road trip, stopped at a couple of the Bronco vendors that are doing all of these Bronco builds. Seth is a super cool guy, and he teamed up with Omaze, like John said, to give away this Bronco to help the 87 and Running Foundation. Travis, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, actually started this foundation to help underserved kids find pathways to success. So...
Wait, did you say underserved kids?
Underserved kids, whatever that really means. Maybe just buying a Lambo with it. I don't know. But go to Omaze. You can watch the video. It is in the link below. If you win, Travis will fly you and a friend out to Kansas City to catch a VIP edition of a game. So I may just enter myself. Not that I'm into football. I'm down for a $200,000 Bronco.
Right? I mean, that's the dream come true, and you can win one.
I think that it would be, and I don't know if this is disrespectful, I hope it's not disrespectful, I think it'd be pretty sweet to get one of these $300,000 Broncos to a enthusiast and just have them tear it up on the trail.
Dude, I want to do that.
That's totally messed
up. Bad.
I mean, so there's that. Go ahead and enter. Links in the description below for the video, and you can find it from there. Next up, I don't think you saw this, John. Have you ever heard of Jason Segel?
Yeah, of course. He's
I never have, actually.
Oh, wait. Who's Jason Segel? Let me research.
He's apparently an actor or something. He was on The Tonight Show. Telling a story about moving to a rural.
Hold on, he's How I Met Your Mother. If you've ever seen How I Met Your Mother.
Never seen it.
Okay.
He was on The Tonight Show. He was telling a super funny story about moving to a rural town. He bought his Bronco. Not a car guy at all, but he bought the Bronco because he wanted to, prove to everybody that he was a man, So, when you got money, you just buy a Bronco. So, anyways, you got to watch the story. Pretty much, he almost runs himself over with his Bronco, which I don't know if that sounds familiar to you. I don't know if you've ever started the Bronco in drive. I actually have. Oh my gosh. Pretty sure all you guys in the comments will let us know if you have or haven't. You guys are a bunch of idiots. But that's okay. We kind of are. Watch his story. His story was the epic one that almost died or whatever and had to hold back tears. But super funny. check it out. Links in the description as usual. With all of those topics out of the way, we actually had quite a bit of full-size Bronco content this month, which we're always getting people asking, you know, when's the full-size gonna get some love? This month may just be your month, so soak it all in, guys. I don't know if you watched any of this, John. Custom Offsets actually did a trilogy on a Bronco restore, build, put big wheels and suspension on it kind of thing. Did you watch that?
I mean, it's great. Not really my thing,
right.
But you know, it's awesome. Like, there's something cool about every Bronco is different and every Bronco is unique, and you can do whatever you want to do. Honestly, like, that's why we're Bronco people, is because we do what we want. We do what we like. We love the Bronco, and so we make it whatever we want, right?
It's like, guys, you put like sheep's wool on the seats, sheep wool seat covers in the 70s, so you have no room to talk, you know? This is just
shag carpet.
Yeah, this is for the younger people. This is what they do with it. I honestly, like you, I don't mind it, because when I do it to mine, no, but I love big tires, I love big wheels. So check it out if that's what you're into, you know, and let's move on to the next deal. And I sent this to you, John. You already know what weirdly disturbing video I'm talking about.
Dude, the next video is the weirdest video I have ever watched with a Bronco. I started watching it and I couldn't turn away. It was like a bad car accident.
It was weird,
I was
dude.
like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now?
Oh, I looked up because it's an ASMR video, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's an autonomous sensory meridian response, which that's that whole tingly up your back when you, I don't know. There's other ways to do that. Some people are triggered to it by the different sounds and stuff, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe we're ASMR people, dude.
Dude,
I don't want to say that.
So weird. Like, okay, so check the video out. But basically, like, this girl is like talking real quiet.
Oh, that was the weirdest part.
And she's like, I'm gonna show you the sounds of my Bronco. And I was like, oh, like maybe this is like comedic, like maybe it's gonna be funny, but it wasn't. Like, I mean, it was just like.
But you watched the whole video.
I watched the whole thing, man. Like, I couldn't turn away.
Oh, that's hilarious. Check it out if you already know what ASMR is. This is the video for you. If you don't know what ASMR is, warning, you may get hooked. I'm not hooked. I'm not looking at it super late at night, but anyways, we're on to the last topic for the July edition of the Bronco Breakdown, still in the full-size theme, and that is Courtney Barber's 1978 Bronco. Now, Courtney Barber, she's a Team Mustang girl. She got a Bronco. I think she got sponsored by Summit or something like that. Did you see that video?
Yeah, like, if you guys haven't checked out Courtney Barber's Bronco, it is beautiful. Like, I love the paint scheme with it, but you know, like the 78, 79 is a beautiful Bronco, and it's the big body, and yeah, it's gorgeous, and she's driving it from, I don't know, I think she's starting around Nashville and driving all the way up to Antarctica, am I right? Is that right?
It's something like the Arctic Circle. It's 10,000 miles.
Arctic Circle.
So it's a super cool story. It's not too long. Links in the description. Check it out. And guys, with that out of the way, that is actually all of the Bronco news for the July edition of the Bronco Breakdown. I just want to give another shout out to John from Nashville Early Bronco, dude. This was super fun. I had a blast.
I appreciate it, Mitch. I really enjoy these Bronco breakdowns. For you guys who are wondering, I have told Mitch from the beginning that the Bronco Breakdown is an awesome segment. I look forward to it every month. And he was kind enough to say, well, why don't you come and join me one week, or 1 month? And I was like, heck yes, I would love it. So Mitch, thank you so much for having me, and you guys are doing awesome things down there at Wild Horses. I'll see you guys next time.
All right, man, I'm just gonna, just kind of like push you like off of the screen, I hope you're going the right way. All right, now that he's gone, let's go ahead and move on to new products, guys. All right, guys, you heard right. It is time to run down the new products for July. Now, sitting on the table in front of me, I have got the Classic Instrument gauge clusters, and of course, I brought Jeremy here to tell me all about them.
Okay, what we got here is Classic Instrument gauge clusters. We got them in 5 different colors here, depending on the interior scheme that you're going with. They go right where your stock gauge cluster goes. They run on your stock wiring harness, and it runs off your stock VSS signal, which is your vehicle speed sensor.
Yeah, that means no additional control boxes are needed. With these clusters, they do cost a little bit less than the RTX, which is the other LED digital gauge cluster available that looks stock. You know, you've got your Dakota Digitals that look like they came straight out of an airplane. These have a little more stock look, especially the black, orange, and white one, but you could go even more vintage, and then if you've got a style or an interior that you're trying to match, you've got other options as well. And that's one of the great things about the Classic Instruments is there's a lot more variety, and they cost a lot less than the RTX. So they don't come with the digital menu and all of that, but it is LED lighting. You don't have to plug in bulbs. Anyways, there's a lot more information about these online, so go ahead and check them out. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's move on. So up next is our HyperSpark electronic ignition system. If you happen to have upgraded from your old bootleg carburetor and you got the Holley Sniper EFI system, we've got everything you need to go with it. We've got the CD box, we've got the distributor, and we've got the coil that gives you everything you need to run your Sniper EFI system to the top of its capabilities. A lot of people run the Sniper and think that everything's copacetic with it and everything's running good, but in all actuality, it does a lot more than just convert your carburetor into a fuel-injected vehicle. It's able to control your timing, everything, your speed, all this other stuff, fuel mileage. You could make it do everything for you, and it makes your life a lot easier.
Yes, now not only does it work with the Sniper, you can use this on other EFI systems, Phytech, MSD, Edelbrock. However, it does do and function best with the Holley Sniper just because it's all name brand. You're having all of these components integrated and they were made for each other. So, you know, we definitely recommend the system, especially if you're just trying to upgrade from your crusty old 50-year-old system that you have in your Bronco now. So they are sold separately, but if you can get them all together, it will come with a complete wiring harness. So it's all plug and play. And, you know, again, like he said, it all talks to each other. It all learns. So it's all connected.
It's like 30 bucks. It's very cost efficient. It's not super expensive. This one is something that you can afford if you want to go forward and get your full capacity out of your Sniper.
And it's not cheap performance. Again, you can always call our guys if you've got tech questions, but we can get you exactly what you need for the price that you're looking for. So as long as it's not, you know, like
Lower.
Yeah. We're gonna move on. Staying with the Holley Sniper theme, if you've upgraded to a 4-barrel Holley Sniper and you've noticed that that the gas pedal's a little bit touchy and you want to switch that up, you want to change that up a bit, we've got the part for you. Now, I don't know too much about this. Jeremy knows a little bit more about it than I do. We're going to go ahead and bring in the big gun, Chief Wild Horse, to talk about this product and how it'll help you with that sensitive gas pedal.
So I'm here to talk about the progressive linkage for the Holley Sniper 4-barrel. We've got a non-adjustable one, very inexpensive, and we have an adjustable one, costs a little bit more. The deal with this is, on the Sniper in its stock form, the secondaries open at the same time as the primaries, and some people have found that to be a little jumpy, a little too much fuel power right off the bat, and so the throttle's really sensitive. So you can change that with the progressive throttle linkage. The non-adjustable is supposed to open the secondaries at about 40% of wide open throttle. And for most people, that's going to be fine. You can even tweak these rods a little bit if you want to change it just a little, but it's really not designed to be adjustable. The adjustable one You could dial it in. Maybe you want the secondaries to open at 20%, maybe 60%. But you can play around with the extremes and find what you like as you're dialing in your Holley Sniper. You can do that with one of these progressive linkage kits. A lot of people just run the Sniper just the way it is and are perfectly happy. But for $20 or $40, you can make some micro adjustments that way, and maybe you'll enjoy driving with the Sniper even more.
Alrighty, thank you, Chief Wildhorse, for the tech tip for this Bronco breakdown. Moving on to our last new product for July, and that is the revamp of our very popular Headbanger roll bar pad. What can you tell us about these, Jeremy?
Well, we had them back in the day. We got them back over here because we got a new guy to do them. The new guy that does them is doing a great job. We got them in black, we got them in parchment, we've got them in our new carbon fiber. But not only that, if you have a roll bar and you want some custom stuff done to it, I mean, everybody's doing a bunch of different custom things to their Bronco. Why not protect yourself and look cool at the same time? No matter what roll bar you got, we got one for you.
So Mustangs, dragsters, you can have a little lawnmower, you can have a Prius. If it's got a roll bar, if it's any bar in general, we can make roll bar padding for it. All we need is the diameter of the roll bar and the length that you want to cover, and we can get those headed out to you. If any of you guys have ever smacked your head on a roll bar, woo! Yeah, you raise your hand?
I have. Yeah.
I have too, and it is not a pretty feeling. That's what these are for. These are lifesavers. These are soul savers. So, how do you order one of these? Well, you can head over to our website. All we need from you is the diameter of the roll bar.
Diameter of your roll bar and whatever color you want, the colors that we have, or
if you're trying to match an already existing material, like we did with this one right here, all you have to do is send in the right length of material. We do the rest of the work. We ship these back to you with YKK zippers, so you're not worried about the dust getting in and the grime getting in. Super heavy duty, they're super weather resistant, and they hold up. They look awesome. It looks a lot cleaner than duct tape around a bunch of foam. Not hating any of the guys that do that, but if you spend a little bit of extra money, you get a lot nicer looking roll bar pad. One disclaimer, it's not actual carbon fiber. Let's just make that very clear. And just go ahead and give us a call and we'll walk you guys through what you need to do. We got some of the best guys. They will take care of you.
we don't bite.
We don't bite.
Unless you ask nicely. If you have a roll bar, you need a headbanger.
That wraps up our new products for July. So lots of great, interesting stuff. We're going to keep chugging away at this month's Bronco Breakdown. So future Bronco news. Thank you, Jeremy.
No problem.
All right, I know this was a long one, so if you stuck around, go ahead and comment down below, just because props to you. Let's go ahead and dive right into future Bronco news. To start off, we actually have some bad news. The Northwest Bronco Roundup, it's always a favorite one for me, especially to go to. This year we were planning on it, but unfortunately something came up and we're not gonna be able to make it this year. I know that I told a lot of you guys that we were, and I thought that we were. I wasn't planning on anything coming up, but it did. And so we hope you guys have a great time out there. It's always a great event. It's one of my favorites. So if you guys want to take some pictures out there, send them over. I'll definitely throw them into next month's Bronco Breakdown. You guys know my email. If not, it's in the description. You guys have a blast out there. With the bad news out of the way, make sure you go ahead and prepare for the Oklahoma Classic Bronco Roundup happening in Hot Springs Off-Road Park in Arkansas. Now, if you guys don't remember, or if you're new to the channel, this was the event that Emil actually rolled his Bronco. This is definitely an event where you see some action. The dates are September 18th through the 21st. We hope to see you guys there. Lastly, just something to keep in the back of your head. Our annual swap meet is coming up October 5th. We like to call it Bronktoberfest. It's a huge swap meet. We have our parking lot full of used parts. We haul all of the stuff that we've collected over the years, and we invite you guys to bring your Bronco, bring your truck and trailer full of old parts, and just wheel and deal. It's a super chill event, and you guys always enjoy it. So hopefully you guys leave with a little bit less than you brought, or a little bit more. We hope all you guys can make it. Don't forget your cash. Now, that wraps up all the future Bronco news for this month. All I can say now is stay tuned, because we've got bigger and bigger Bronco news coming up. But you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to reveal the July Bronco of the month. For this month, Tiffany Lee and her 1973 Ford Bronco will take home the gold. Weekend after weekend, Tiffany put work into this Bronco to get it where it is today. She is running a 347 stroker along with an automatic transmission and an MP205 transfer case. This Bronco is way up there with a 5.5-inch suspension lift and a 2-inch body lift. To complete the combo, 37-inch Nitto tires on fuel wheels make up the base of this eye-catching Bronco. Tiffany told me that the reason she loves this Bronco so much is because of the reaction that she gets from people. She loves the open top, wind in her hair feeling, and with a Bronco like that, who can blame her? Congratulations to Tiffany on being the owner of the July Bronco of the month. Keep jamming down the roads with that beauty. And with the victor crowned, there you have it, folks. Another Bronco breakdown in the bag. Thanks again to John for helping out with the Bronco news, and congratulations again to Tiffany's Rig for being the Bronco of the month. Now, concerning the Bronco of the month, we have a quick public announcement. If your Instagram profile is private and you tag us or mention us in a comment, we won't be able to see that. So if you're trying to be the Bronco of the month, you're going to have to send us a DM with the picture of your Bronco or pictures of your Bronco. Just comment Bronco of the month. You can always change your profile to a public profile, but some of you guys don't want to do that. We totally understand that. Just make sure that you get us that DM if you want to be in the runnings, because again, it won't show up in our timeline or in our tagged photos if you're private, and we definitely want to make you guys aware of that. Send us a DM if you're trying to be the Bronco of the month. But anyways, that really is a wrap for the July edition of the Bronco Breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and keep sending in your Bronco topics and Bronco news. I love hearing from you guys. It makes my job way more fun. So anyways, with all of that being said, you guys have been pretty patient. Enjoy this pie smash to the face. Alright guys, so I know this was a long video. If you stick around to the end, you'll get to see this horse get a pie to the face. Did we do it?
I think
I feel cold.
I think I may not got great contact.
No, you went well over his head.
Yeah?
There you go.
That's banana cream.
Mm.